pitch. Second down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Now Jones. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete. The Giants in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Jones on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Okereke gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones going deep for Diggs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds downs inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Dobbins once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. Hey, as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they'll begin by running the option. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Going deep for Diggs. This is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet and open.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. To no avail as time will expire. Second and 10 now from the 27. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Jones gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Jackson running again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jones. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Jones. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Jackson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Coming left is Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's not hard to look at Hill's performance and think that there's another level he can get to with the right opportunity. Baltimore values what he brings to a backfield, but the big question is, how does he recover from a torn Achilles that cost him all of 2021?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.